Alright. I should be live now? Right? I should be live now? Okay. Right. I should be live now? Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna turn down my fan a little bit. Because it's also blowing into my mic. Oh well, it is what it is. The summer sucks. Okay. Oh yeah, let me get the music playing. There we go. Oh, we'll start with Snowbreak stuff first. Okay. There we go.
動機、手口、これで材料が揃いました。分析員さん、推理ならいつでも始められます。
Alright. What do we do first? Oh yeah, where's the thing here? Okay, that's working properly. Yeah, hi Quark. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, the summer sucks. Shit's too hot, man. I'm straight up melting, man. It's way too hot. I got my fan on as well. Behind me. Oh, but what can I do? It sucks. Alright, let's get all our regular duties out of the way first. Right, gotta get our regular shit done first. Alright, like I was off for 2 days or 3 days because shit was just way too hot. I can't even like put another air conditioner in my room because like...
Oh, yes, yes.
I actually just have no headroom for power. Which sucks. I have like no headroom. As much as I would like to. Okay, that one's better. I wish I could get more rebuild attempts though. Hi Flagger. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's put things here. There we go, now this is what I want. The emptier grid. Right, because emptier grid is worth more points. Right, let's go claim everything. Alright, next thing is over here. You'll be off today collecting custom acrylic plate you ordered to cover the window while still having cutouts. Ah, yeah, that's right. You need the thing for the you got one with the... You got a dual hose setup or just single hose? Dual hose or single hose? Ideally, you'd want the dual hose so you can have a separate intake and exhaust. Yeah, those ones are a bit harder to find. And they're a bit more expensive, but they are a lot more efficient. Instead of having both the intake and exhaust coming out of the same hose. Which you can obviously tell. It sounds very inefficient, right? It's like you're sucking in the thing you're trying to get out. If it was a single hose. Yeah, it's basically impossible. It's not even just in Europe. It's just in general, they're basically impossible to find. And it's really fucking stupid how that is. They are so hard to find just anywhere. Because of that. I mean, like, obviously a window unit is more ideal. But that's even more of a hassle to install a window unit. Right, especially because, like, outside of that, it's like putting it away or covering it up during other parts of the year is a bit of a pain with a window unit because of the size and weight of them. But you also have the benefit of not having the hot side inside your home with a window unit. Right, there's a benefit to that. But yeah, like, it is what it is. Right, like, it is what it is. Yep, you need so many permits and everything. This shit's dumb. Right, it's just dumb. Alright, let's see. Increases ballistic damage. I want to use here. I guess I could do this.
満を持して行ってきます。百射百中。
Yeah. Wait, did they make any changes on the test? Did they buffer or anything on like the final days of the test? Or what? They nerfed her skill and that. I see.
Situation is under control.
Oh damn, I'm gonna change my setup for this one. Yeah, I heard about that rumor too. I heard about that. If that's the case, that is hilarious. Yeah, the A3 dot is useless. It is what it is, man.
分析準備は整いました。
It's nothing. Not a problem. Doesn't happen a lot. No need to worry.
ここからはお任せください。
Don't worry.
百射百中。
Yeah, if it was long, it'd be fine, but it's not.
Situation is under control. I saw how it would end for you.
Alright, it's dead. A strongly worded letter in feedback? Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I doubt anything will change. I doubt it. It is what it is, though. As much as it sucks. Right, as much as it sucks, it is what it is. Sometimes reality is often disappointing. Right. Yeah, that's like smart servant damage. It's about as much damage as the smart servant does. Shit's nothing. Like, actually just smart servant tier damage. Oh well. It is what it is.
肩を並べて戦うのも悪くない。私が認めるのはお前だけだ。よくやってな。では作戦を再開しよう。よくやってな。汚れを葬ってやる。まだ続くぞ。よくやってな。では作戦を再開しよう。
Supplies are in place.
闇を恐れる。怒りはもう一つの檻に過ぎん。よくやったな。では作戦を再開しよう。よくやったな。では作戦を再開しよう。よくやったな。では作戦を再開しよう。怒りはもう一つの檻。闇を恐れる。
This boss is annoying because it just keeps moving away from being thing.
Supplies are in place.
怒りはもう一つ。まだ続くぞ。よくやってな。では作戦を再開しよう。よくやってな。では作戦を再開しよう。よくやってな。
Supplies are in place.
闇を恐れる。よくやってな。では作戦を再開しよう。
Wait, like it's annoying when it's just like not in range to get hit by
で
anything.
は作戦を再開しよう。これで布石が揃う。闇を恐れる。
Like I can't freaking hit it when it keeps going
Supplies
underneath.
are in place.
よくやってな。では作戦を再開しよう。よくやってな。では作
They
戦
get
を
the
再
fuck
開。
back up
闇を
here.
恐れる。よくやってな。怒りはもう一つの檻に過ぎん。
Alright,
まだ続くぞ。これで布石が
Supplies are in place.
But that's all this stupid whale does.
よくやったな。では作戦を再開しよう。よくやったな。では作戦を再開しよう。これで布石が揃う。闇を恐れる。正義の夜明け。この戦いもらったぞ。そう、犯人はあなたです。怒りはもうまだ続くぞ。
This shit's way too tanky.
なんだ。
Supplies are in place.
Finally, he's dead.
よくやったな。では作戦を再開しよう。
Whatever. A
一
clear
発
is a
で仕留めてや
clear.
ったのはせめての情け。
That took way too long. Oh yeah, we got that shit again. Oh yeah, endless battle missions. Wait one sec. Chain Assault is done. Endless Battle has missions though. Come on, people. I need Endless Battle. I need Endless Battle times 3 for the weekly. Come on. Yeah, they're adding a skip button, I heard. Not like that fixes anything. I did hear about it. Yeah. I get faster matching in here. I guess I do hard mode. Sure. I mean, like, it's kind of just the sad reality, man. It kind of fits, though. It's like the exact opposite at times.
甘い。ここからです。戦車番宣。
No, I
complete.
don't.
All
I don't
according to
care
plan.
if you think it's fair or not. I don't think it. I don't care. They're competing for my time, is how I see it. At the end of the day, they are competing for my time.
This should be quick.
So, I think all is fair. It doesn't matter. It's just a monetization model and nothing more.
戦車番宣。
I compare them as a whole, all of them. At the end of the day, they're shit games that have to make me willing to tolerate them. If they can't give me a reason to tolerate them, then I won't tolerate them. It's just that simple.
It's nothing. Not a problem.
don't look at any of them as generous, man. I don't. Because you have to keep in mind, they created the problem in the first place. They themselves made the issue in the first place. I don't like looking at them that way. I don't. Besides, you have to also consider why you're even playing them in the first place.
It's nothing. Not a problem. It's nothing. Not a problem.
Alright. See ya. Alright, like, it's just like, what? Generous is in what, man?
Thanks.
Oh, let's see.
Nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah, I'm not bothering with it. There's a reason why I don't bother with most. There's a good reason why. Hi, Shiny Moltres. Welcome, welcome. Like, there's a good reason why I don't bother. Alright, let's see. Ooh, those are good. Keep in mind, I don't look at grinding as gameplay, I look at grinding as chores, man. I also don't look at grinding as gameplay. I look at it as artificial playtime engagement. I don't count doing chores as gameplay.
This should be quick. Nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah. God damn it. The boss is doing the thingy.
Shield down. Moving to cover.
Yeah, again, like, honestly, I don't look at doing chores, grinding, or whatever as gameplay. I don't. I just look at it as another chore. And I compare that to the rest of how my time's spent too. He's building a giant stall for your convenience. Yeah. Alright, I need more. Need more. Need to get this shit done. Come on. I mean, if that's the case, then why don't you just watch someone else play it? If you really don't want the gameplay, you just want the story.
弓を引いたからには
At that point, can't you just watch someone else play it?
準備は整いました。
Just saying, that'd be a lot more efficient.
This should be quick.
終わり？甘い。ここからです。
What's even gonna happen to Tribe 9 after it goes EOS? Will they release it as a regular thing separately or something? Or is it just gonna be gone for good?
Nothing to be afraid of.
百射百中。
Not enough to change anything.
Alright, let's refresh that one. Give me more crit damage.
Nothing to be afraid of.
You never know. You never know,
This should be
man.
quick. Not enough to change anything.
I mean, we still haven't gone that far. That I haven't touched it that much. Part of it is just the heat, man. Okay, let's see.
This should be quick.
百射百中。
Nothing to be afraid of.
I'll take that. Do a refresh. Ooh, I want that one as well.
This should be quick. Nothing to be afraid of.
Alright, let's see. Wave 6. Alright, we're almost done with our Snowbreak quota.
Nothing to be afraid of.
Alright, let's see. I'll take that one.
Reloading.
Alright. That one's been Noto for a while. That came out in Japan a year ago.
It's nothing.
That's
Not a
just the
problem.
localization.
It's nothing. Not a problem. Doesn't happen a lot. No need to worry.
Alright, is dead. Alright. And then we'll do another one. I need like I could do another one right now or I could save it. I'll save it. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like I should just save it so I have more stuff to do when I have to fill the quota again even further. Sounds about right. I got the quotas to fill anyways. So I should just save the Snowbreak stuff. Okay. Alright, let's go do the other stuff then. Let me get my alt booted up as well.
Time to head out.
Alright, let's get in on here. The hell was I pinged for? Okay, we got these guys again. Exoskeleton dudes are over here. Let's get that shit done first.
Awaiting command.
Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, I also gotta do weekly raid and stuff. Weekly raid, final trial. And I have to do the freaking cabbage event thing. Oh fuck, it crashed. God damn it. Why is it crashing? And no, I don't want it on my alt right now. Wait, what's the alt? What's the raid this week?
Time to head out.
The Scorpion? God damn it. Alright, let me head on over. Okay. Let me just invite myself over. Alright, let me warp over here. Come on. Alright, we'll go recruit thing as well for raid and final trial stuff in a bit. Yep, the heat sucks. Alright, let me head to the thing on my alt as well. Let's see. Oh, advanced combat mechas are over there. Or not. They're also over there. Okay. Alt's main dailies are done too. Let's see. Oh, Robarg is up. We'll go to Robarg. Let me kill it real quick. Right. We'll do some reacts in a bit. Might as well. Let me loot this. I wanted my ult to also get some of the thing here. Damn it, it's not giving me a dream machine. Freaking cooldown is too long. I'm pretty sure I've seen that video before. I have. I just don't remember it, but I think I've seen it before. I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. No, I think I've just seen it before on my own time. Alright, let's just do... Oh yeah, I should check the main 9 shop market. Okay. Here's what I'll do. There's way too many things to go through. So tell you what. I'll do them at the same time as I do the other shit. Oh wow, my ult got a dream machine. Alright. What the fuck is that pricing? That is so shit. Okay, I got nothing to sell. Alright, where do we start?
Hello there.
You know, we'll start with this one. Here. The gacha community's dying and it's your fault. Oh boy.
Flip here, and today quite a different video to what I usually do, but I really just want to open
Okay.
up a more honest discussion about the gacha community and
He's
all
just
the
talking
BS I've
anyways.
seen from it over a few months, coming from the perspective of someone who primarily plays Hoyoverse games, and how I feel like
Okay.
the tribalism and straight up lies are ruining people's experiences with these
I
games.
mean, this is what
as well as
happens when the
steering them away from
retards
something
make
that
it
they
their
enjoy,
personality,
and how a lot
man.
of players in the space are using you and keeping you angry at nothing and nobodies, whilst they benefit from all the engagement and attention.
Well,
So I'm
yep.
going to be debunking a lot of the misinformation I've seen over the past few months, and as a quote-unquote Hoyo shill, try to give a different perspective to what is commonly called bad in this community, as this gacha tribalism helps no one at all really, despite what a lot of
No,
the
it
people
helps
forming and
someone,
benefiting
just
from
not
this engagement may tell you. And
who
I
you
feel like
think
as
it
consumers
helps.
of both gacha content and the games itself, we deserve just better content in our spaces, as well as not being lied to in order to fuel a stupid fucking gacha war, where all the sides are angry at each other for no real reason. But before we do that, as always, channel members, thank you for your support, it does mean the world to me. I love you all, and with that out of the way, let's begin. So to give some brief background, I'm mostly going to be highlighting the discourse around the mainstream gacha games, being Genshin Impact of course, Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, and ZZZ. Because if you spent any time interacting with these communities either in YouTube or the hellhole that is Twitter, I wouldn't be surprised if you see the constant arguments and toxicity that
Oh
plagues the
boy.
space. Genshin has been around for the longest, in which it's had its fair share of extremely toxic discourse over its years, but ever since the release of Wuthering Waves, as well as Natlin, I feel like it's been taken into a whole other level. And no, even though I'm mostly going to be defending Hoyoverse games in this video, the Hoyoverse communities are not at all innocent either. It is most definitely a problem on all sides, with the corrupted ToF discourse before a gameplay came out, as well as whenever Hoyoverse
He calls everyone that, man.
Which I hope we can all agree is bad and childish. I'm just able to resonate more with the extremely negative.
Here's the thing. They have no valid arguments or any point. That's why people like him resort to name calling and putting labels instead to try to invalidate whatever was said. Because they have no arguments, they have no counterpoints, they have nothing to say. And because they have nothing to say, they're trying to deflect and move the goalpost, move everything else aside. Shit's also part of why I refuse to watch their shit. I refuse to give them any and all engagement. At all. Unless it's through someone else entirely, I refuse to give it to them. Because it only fuels them and keeps them going further. Like, that's just the reality. They resort to those tactics because they have nothing else to say. He likes to say all the things he likes to say, but he doesn't bother to fucking look at a mirror. He doesn't. Like, he doesn't. Right. And that's why it's like, you really can't take anything they say seriously. You really shouldn't. But dumbasses will do it anyways. And the reality is, looking at anything they post and like helping push it even further only helps them further keep pushing what they're pushing there. And that's just the reality. They have no argument. They have nothing to say. So they resort to doing something else. That's what they do. That's their tactic.
Sides of the Hoyoverse discourse more because I play Hoyoverse games. Now, before Wuthering Waves even released, there is really no way to know who started attacking who first, because as both WoWa and Genshin were open world gacha games,
again, he's done it before, he'll do it again. That's just what he does. There was of course going to be comparisons made in which both sides of course were bickering about whose game is better. Shit's why I have no respect for any of them. Fed into this themselves by I have zero respect.
Couple that in with WoWa's, to put it lightly's, rocky launch, and that just laid the groundwork for the communities to start bickering. This is also where the conspiracy theory of Hoyoverse paying its creators to not play WoWa came from.
I mean, like, here's the reality, man. I got no respect for the Eggman either. You know what? Maybe I'll give him respect if he sings Eggman while running through Eggman Land and pissing on the moon.
Even though that was quickly proven untrue, as a lot of Genshin creators want
to play WoWa. Do that, and maybe I'll respect
touch more
you.
on that later. Also, in this
You'll
video,
have to sing Eggman
like
while running through Eggman Land and pissing on the moon all at the same time.
In this space. It's just the easiest thing to say. So if you're not a part of what I'm referencing, don't worry, I'm not talking about you. Now, at first, there was just comparisons from both sides of the games talking about which aspects of each they thought the games did better, but then there have been two creators in particular that have pretty much championed hatred towards Hoyoverse as a way to shield criticisms from Wuthering Waves. Those creators being Santontis and Glaive. The bulk of both of these creators' channels
being
overly critical of Hoyoverse games.
Well, honestly, it's been way too hot recently.
To give criticism about the games they once loved, as it may make the games better, and I'm sorry, but that's complete bullshit. The first thing I want to highlight is that both Saint and Glaive don't even play the game they use as their main punching bag, Genshin, or at least they haven't played the game seriously for a long time, and don't take my word for it, here's Santontis showcasing his supposed account, where he hadn't touched the game in a while. Here is also Saint saying,
I mean, like, the reality is,
plays the game usually for 1 to 2 hours a month.
So, I guess just to talk a little
I
bit
play
about
it for 0 seconds a month.
I mean, I'm playing this game maybe, what is it, 2 hours a month? Maybe 1 hour a month, something like that, a bit less.
Sure.
Now for Glaive, my proof for him not really playing the game is going to come from the fact that all his gameplay is seemingly just stolen from other channels. Searching one of the UIDs in one of these videos leads me to this channel, where the creator isn't credited in the video, and also the statement he made here.
And let's also talk about how painful it is to play your game daily. Genshin, your dailies take so long compared to other games. It's insane. In HSR, you can just spend your energy and be done.
Here's the thing, all of them, they take way too long. If I can't fully automate it and not pay attention, and like, I'm talking about fully automated, including launching the game, automate even booting it up and clicking through all the menus, so I don't have to touch it at all, I mean, if it's over a minute, that's already too long. If I'm not actually playing the game. Especially when you consider the ratio of time spent to time actually playing the game. Then you realize that, like, you spent less than 1% of your time playing the game with all of these. Like, you end up realizing that when you start to, like, pay attention to how your time is being spent.
Done with your dailies. In Zelda Zone Zero, you can just scratch a card, go coffee, spend your energy, and then be done with your dailies. In Wuthering Waves, you can also do the same thing. So why can't you do the same thing, Genshin? God, why does it have to be commission quests? 4 of them!
Now, if you haven't played Genshin in a while, what Glaive said may make perfect sense, but to anyone who's played Genshin in the past 2 years, ever since 4.1, Hoyoverse has added a system that gives you an alternative way to get your daily rewards called encounter points, in which you can just ignore the daily commissions by exploring the open world and doing events. And that would give you all your daily rewards. And then in 4.8 they made the system even better, where even after getting all your daily rewards, encounter points will continue to stack up if you do tasks that reward them, and you're able to use these spare encounter points instantly by spending resin. So if you have a spare weekend and want to grind Genshin, you'll get tons of encounter points, and if you want to log in and use resin and log out, that will get everything done for you in the day. Even making condensed resin counts, so you can get your dailies done in under like 30 seconds in Genshin.
That's nice, I guess. Under 30 seconds.
The system Glaive is complaining about has been implemented and fixed for almost 2 years now. So Glaive either just lied to his audience to make this joke or hasn't touched the game in a while to know that the commission system is significantly better than either of the Hoyoverse games right now. And that leads me to what I'm going to say next, in which you can't criticize content or mechanics you haven't played, because you won't be able to assess its faults accurately to give any meaningful criticisms. And hell, let's look at Glaive's livestream titled Hate Watching the 5.6 livestream. Can we be honest with ourselves and acknowledge that these creators aren't going in with an open mind? They aren't even going in to see if they're going to play the content, they're just going to reach for anything that looks bad and call it the worst thing they've ever seen, to appeal to their confirmation bias that Genshin is a terrible game that does nothing right.
Oh my god, it's like being able to resurrect an artifact.
Meanwhile, they go and play a fucking clone of the same game. That's just as awful. Funny shit, man.
Oh, you see that? You see that? You see that? Now shut the fuck up! It got prioritized, it still went to double defense. This game can fucking die! Fuck this game! Fuck this game!
And
Yeah,
the
I
funniest
agree,
thing
the
with
thing
both Glaive
sucks.
and Saint's videos and live streams is that they
I
constantly
hate
get things
RNG,
wrong,
your
because the
bullshit
live
and
stream
all
isn't
of
the
these
full picture
things.
of an
Doesn't matter
update,
where it's from.
obviously. Saint Tontas made a video reacting to Glaive's video calling 5.4 a filler patch and explaining how Genshin is making them worse over time. So let's go ahead and use this video to show how shallow the criticisms given are, as well
You
as how
would
much
make a
these people like to
response to him, and
misrepresent the
apparently the guy
community.
they talked it out. Yeah, I'm confused,
Some
man.
players claim that they love these drive.
Here's the thing, I don't respect anything out of Glaive or Saint Tontas or whatever, or whoever else is in their group. Let's be real, the way they act and the way they talk about things, I have zero respect for any of them. Actually, let me see if I can find that picture of a tweet I saw on Mr. Cake's Discord the other day. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna have to like really dig through the zoo to find it.
Filler patches say they need them. Their logic, it gives me time to catch up. They use
This is the most copium excuse I think I've ever heard.
Meanwhile, their entire thing that they play has the same shit. How was their anniversary? Well, yeah, that was another filler.
Heard in the history of gacha gaming. The copium excuse
Again,
is,
I still, no matter,
this filler
regardless,
patch
I
is
have no
actually
respect
great
for them.
because now I have so much
With how
extra
they
time
act,
to
and we
save
already
all my
know how
newest
hypocritical
waifus,
they
all my
are.
newest characters. Now, I just simply don't have to play the game on this patch, or I don't have to play the game that much.
Yep.
And the thing is, if you're at the point where you're justifying a lackluster or content drought patch by saying, now I don't have to play the game as much, what does that even mean? Now,
I mean, like, I look at it this way. If they're not like putting more dumbass chores for me to do, and I'm not actually playing actual content and I can go do something else, I'd rather that. I'd rather be able to, like, them just have nothing than them having what they do have. I'd rather have nothing instead. Because having nothing is actually just better. because that means I have time to go do literally anything else. But yeah, I saw this the other thing too. Oh yeah, you gotta like this one, right? I wonder how Solon's dick tastes to her. You know? Oh, you should have pulled in 2.2 like the rest of us. Womp womp. What if someone started in 2.3? What if someone started in 2.3, right? What if someone started on their anniversary patch? Are they too old and should have started a whole patch earlier? Is that it too? This shit is stupid, man. This kind of mindset. But hey, you know, they're just only gonna praise them and everything further. You know? At this point, it's like, honestly, Kuro should just pull out the praise. You know, praise. You know, it's like, Kuro should just pull out the stops, man. Milk them dry for what they're worth. Abuse them as hard as they can. They deserve to get fucked. And they deserve to abuse them as much as they want. They deserve to. They earned it with how retarded their people are. Right? Like, they deserve to get fucked. Especially with how hard these guys are gonna keep praising all this shit. And downplaying any criticism or anything else against it. Like, especially with that type of behavior, they deserve to get fucked. Fuck them harder. They deserve getting fucked as much as they can. As much.
Now at this point, you're happy that you don't have to play the game, or you're happy that there's less stuff to do in the game, and that's just such an odd thing to have.
Yeah? I mean, what else are they doing in the game? Oh yeah, they're fucking picking mints all day. Hi, Tara. Right? They're fucking mint picking all day. They're doing chores all day. How much of their time spent logged in are they actually playing the game? I wonder. I wonder how much of their time spent is that. Is genuine playtime. I do wonder.
Unless you're like a completely like whipped.
Play more of the older content they missed out on because they were busy with real life stuff. Because, you know, people actually do things outside of playing gacha games and don't have time to do all the play more of the older content they missed out on because they were busy with playing gacha games and don't they come out.
They use this downtime to clear story quests they ignored for months, finish exploring they barely touch, or finally build that character they pulled 6 banners ago but never.
It's fair to say, right, that
I mean,
having issues like, oh, now I get time to do all the story quests that I wasn't going to do before. Doesn't that just mean that the story quests might just take too fucking long? That
I mean, that is
so
true,
unwieldy,
but still.
They're so unfun. There's something that nobody actually wants to do. And that only occurs, right, because the devs, in their design of these quests, make them as obtuse, annoying, and lengthy as possible. So it's like creating a problem, right, with the quests being unplayable. And then also give the solution of a filler patch so that people have time to play these.
So then how does he justify Woo's filler patches?
Wow. Incredible. What a solution. Hats off to the devs for that.
Most story quests in Genshin are around 2 to 3 hours long or shorter, which seems to be about the same length as most companion quests in Wuwa. Once again, the quests released could have simply been put off because people are busy in real life. If you actually read the post Glaive is referencing, it literally states that they're excited to play the quests, not that they feel like they're being forced to do so.
I would say that Hoyoverse is kind of like at their limit. I would say they're kind of like at their peak in terms of where the design is going. You just have to look at the character releases in Natlan and how they're like, they seem so out of the ordinary, so outside the box when it comes to creativity. Like, what is the reason for like full bodysuit latex like motorcycle people in this?
Did it actually crash? You sure? You sure it crashed? No. I'm like, wait, what? Did it crash? They're like, wait, no, it did not.
Same region as like denim booty shorts DJ, and then like fish riding girl who like uses the maracas.
Oh
it's
shit!
Like, it's such an odd combination of aesthetics where you just feel like the devs
my bitrate is going all over the place.
Random shit at the wall to see what works. And that to me is a sign that they are losing
Okay.
ideas, that they're like losing motivation on the design side. And it's pretty clear because Natlan just looks like a random combination of fucking the most absurd pop culture references you've ever seen. Like Kanish has like pixelated art. Like,
Okay,
what
wait,
is
it seems to be fine
what
now.
is it supposed to be at the end of the day?
It's funny because regarding the Natlan designs, he quite literally points out to the theme of Natlan's more traditional looking aesthetics being mixed with modernization, and there are lore reasons for this as well. The ancient dragons were a civilization very close to Natlan that, as shown and documented in the world quests, used phlogiston to power extremely advanced technologies, but they died out. Since they were powered by phlogiston, only some of the current humans can utilize them, like the Natlan caste, and then there's Shalonen, who's one of the most renowned blacksmiths of Natlan's age, who's working off of the groundworks of the ancient dragons, which is what built
weekly
things like
raid
Malvika's motorcycle,
challenge.
which if you never noticed, when riding it, it takes the shape of a dragon's head. Then with Kanich and a How is one of the ancient dragon lords that ruled ancient Natlan, which explains why his projection is the Shalonen of Natlan. Groundworks of Dragon Lord. Now tribal
Wait,
roots because
three
it's made up
out-
of
I can't
humans who
even put
rebuilt their
3 out of
nation from the
8?
ground up, while trying to tap into an
Why
ancient, more
is
advanced
3 and
civilization
8
that they don't fully
censored
understand,
now?
which is why only some of the people in the nation have elements of it. And of course, the characters Genshin want us to play are going to be the special people that can tap
Well,
into
it
flows so much
actually
easier, obviously.
thought it
And if you're wondering why
disconnected.
Natlan hasn't just full steam ahead dived into modernization, we get an explanation in Chaska's quest that the mass production of phlogiston
That is actually kinda
technology
funny.
can only come at the cost of harming Saurians, which the people of Natlan with morals don't want to do. So yeah, there's this amazing YouTube channel Nichirin that's been diving deep and explaining the lore and cultural significance of all the Natlan designs, and how they're not really that out of place and quite coherent with the inspirations. And I would advise looking at their channel to anyone who's genuinely interested in why Natlan characters look the way they do.
But let's get something straight. Filler patches aren't just a minor inconvenience, they actively harm the game. People say, oh, it gives us time to catch up. No, that's just coping. These updates aren't designed to respect your time, they're designed to waste it. Filler patches recycle old content and stall the narrative. Instead of meaningful additions, we get rerun events, time-gated fetch quests, and lore drops that barely add anything. Imagine.
So with this in mind, how does any of that apply to version 5.4? Because at the time of Dumb and Dumber's video release, the update wasn't out yet to know whether or not it fixes the issues you're mentioning. Can you point to where in the live stream there's recycled old content, where are the recycled events, because besides the Leyline event, which is just the double drops that happens like every patch, all the events in 5.4 were unique. Where are the time-gated fetch quests too? None of those things happened. And in hindsight, saying that 5.4 was going to have lore drops that barely add anything is crazy. When it concluded
damn it, I
most
need
of the
people to
mysteries
do
left
raid.
from Raiden's backstory in Inazuma with her friends, giving her a much better conclusion, as well as expanding on the lore with the Inazuman yokai, which was largely a mystery. Then there was the
those are
amazing
dead.
character anecdote event where you could just talk to most of the older characters and see how their journeys progressed, or how they're going about their lives for anyone told it's a filler patch not worth their time.
Think storytelling mid, combat mid, events mid, even the character designs mid. If
How about their level design? Oh wait.
update and still make millions, what incentive do they have to innovate?
Is this it? Is this the mind-breaking criticisms Hoyoverse is supposed to use to make their game better? Or this?
Oh boy.
Only in Genshin, where they are still making the savior of nation run food deliveries. That's right.
You know, the food delivery event from 5 years ago where they took the feedback and didn't make an event similar to that premise again. If you have to reach from things that far back to call Genshin in its current state bad, maybe Genshin has actually improved over time. We are in version 5.6 of Genshin currently, with Skirk one of the most important characters to the lore coming up, and every Genshin patch so far has been amazing. Except for version 5.1. We might even be getting another map expansion with the Mari Javari. At this point in every other Genshin version, there hasn't been that much to do, but the lore drops and teasers we've been getting have been fueling the community discussions, when usually there would be a drought by now. This is the longest a Genshin version has stayed relevant, so why are the people claiming they want Genshin to improve not discussing this? It's almost like video.
Oh, you want to see peak gameplay? Here you go. Here's peak gameplay.
You can AFK this, no need to press any buttons. Wait, surely I need to press like here though,
Here
right?
you go. Here's some peak gameplay.
No Wait! You don't even have to click! What? What? Alright gamers, I'll be right back.
The fuck? Why does it keep reconnecting and thing? What the fuck is going on with my bitrate?
This is insane. Why? Why make it this easy? No. Okay.
Alright, let me
Worst thing to